Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and we're gonna make this video very, very quick. I need to take my black ass to sleep. So everybody has been talking about Tank and the comments that he made on Angela Yee's. I don't know if it's a show. I think it's a podcast called Lip Service. I'm not really a fan of Angela Yee's. I'm not gonna lie, so I never paid attention to the podcast. But since everybody was talking about it, I went and Googled it, and it's on YouTube. I just watched the part that I needed to watch, and I went on about my business. Tank basically made a comment saying that if you suck dick twice, you're not gay. You know, slide on my knob like corn on the cob. Checking on me, hey, and do your job. Lay on the bed, hey, give me some head, hey. Don't have to ask, don't have to beg. Juicy is my name, hey. Suck a nigga, take a song. Bitch, if I knew Tank was out here sucking dick, bitch, I could have been number one or number two, bitch. It wouldn't have mattered to me, child. Tank, if you still want to experiment and suck on some dick, just send me an email. I ain't gonna turn down no head. Oh, y'all special not from no Tank. Ooh, hey. No, but honestly, all bullshit aside. Tank basically made the comment saying that if a man experiments with another man, sucks dick, whatever the case may be, he's not gay. And this is what it really comes down to. When it comes to a lot of things, we switch up the rules. When it comes to sex, we switch up the rules. And what I mean by that is something as simple as if a man sleeps with 20 women, we don't say nothing. If a woman sleeps with 20 men, she a hoe. A woman can sleep with one man and she's a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Even in the gay world, we have this thing where we call the guys who identify as straight or straight looking or could pass for straight as, trade. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of gay men say, I only fuck with straight niggas." Sweetie, if you fucking with a dude, he's not straight. It's something about with gay men, it's a turn on when they feel as though I'm fucking with a nigga who fuck with men. He may be bisexual, but he's not straight. This whole thing like gay for pay. That's another big thing where people, they do sexual favors if you pay them. Sweetie, you're not straight, you're gay. If anything, you may be bisexual, But I do have to agree, if it's a 1 or 2 time thing, then it's up in the air. Another one is, when it comes to sex, especially like cartoons, something as simple as cartoons. And I don't want to go off on a whole rant. I want to get back to making my point. I just wanted to show the differences between the differences that we establish these differences when it comes to sex. You can have Snow White, Cinderella, the Little Mermaid, the Princess and the Frog, Lion King, who fucking having children. You can have all these cartoons that push this narrative or push heterosexuality, and there's not a problem. Nobody is screaming, "Oh, a child should stay in a child's place. Why y'all pushing sexuality on these children?" Nobody says anything, but let them have a gay cartoon character, then the world comes to an end. My child not watching nothing that got to do with sex. Baby, your child been watching shit that got to do with sex for the longest. Some of y'all children be the main ones that be on Instagram talking about singing Partition by Beyonce. I'm getting off topic. A woman can experiment, bitch, become a full-blown carpet muncher for 2 or 3 years, then go back to date men, have kids, and nobody says anything. If a man was to do the same thing, nobody will call him bisexual. Nobody will call him straight. People will say, "You a punk, you gay." I do think that you can experiment and not be labeled as gay. I think a man can go out there and say, "You know what, let me try this whole man thing out. That shit is not for me." Kind of like on Insecure. Remember on Insecure when Molly was dating the guy who told her that he experimented one time with a guy in college, and she was just like, I don't know, blah blah blah. But it was just like it was a one-time thing. Shit like that happens. And if you really want to have an honest conversation, I think that if people start to be more honest and be more truthful and accept people's truths, then you would have a lot of women out there who get into these fraudulent relationships with men, or get into these relationships with men and they don't know the full story. Maybe if y'all stop shaming people and telling people, oh, you got to be this, or if you did this, you that, then maybe people will start being honest. I'm not blaming it on women, I'm blaming it on people, period, especially church folk, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But yeah, I think that you can sleep with, I think that Tank was right. I think that Tank was right by saying, I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard it, I was like, girl, twice, bitch. If you suck dick once, bitch, and you can find out if you like sucking dick after the first time. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like there are some things sexually that you may not even have to try to know that you don't like it. There are some things sexually that you may try once, or try to try once and see that you don't like it. So at first I was like, girl, you ain't got to suck dick twice to know that sucking dick ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be penetrated twice to know that being penetrated ain't for you. You ain't got to eat ass twice or get your ass ate or eat pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got, but then I started thinking like, well, maybe there are people out there who said, well, maybe the first time I was like, let me try one more time just to make sure. I believe it can happen. And I'm not saying that just because I'm gay. I'm saying it because I really believe that it can happen. I believe that there are some men out there who may not be truthful in it, Like, I remember one time I was talking to this guy and he was like, I'm bisexual. And I'm like, I hate bisexual. Sorry. I used to have this thing about bisexual men. And I finally realized probably like a few months ago that it was really me and trust issues. Like, I used to always have this thing. If a man told me he was bisexual, it was pretty much like a no-go for me. Like, I feel like you hiding something, because when I started having sex and when I started hearing the stories that people go through, I felt like a lot of bisexual men were married or in a relationship. You lying about something. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that you could just be bisexual and be bisexual. If you were bisexual, bitch, you got a wife at the house. You got a girlfriend at the house. You know what I'm saying? Or you fucking with bitches. I wasn't even fucking with bitches. It was like you either had to have a wife or a girlfriend, period. But anyways, child, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I think that you can't, I think that if people allow people to be honest, then we wouldn't have to worry about this. If you meet a man and a man tells you, hey, I fucked with a nigga before in college. Oh, the dude who told me he was bisexual. Motherfucker gonna tell me he was bisexual. So I asked him, like, when was the last time he messed with a woman? This motherfucker told me like a year or two. It was like a long time. And like, when you fuck with a nigga like a few months, nigga, you gay. You ain't dipped in no pussy in a couple of years, nigga. You are full-blown gay, girl. Girl, stop. It's not like you're celibate. It's one thing if you said I'm not having sex. That's another thing. But you fucking. You just fucking niggas. You stopped fucking pussy a long time ago. Stop saying you bisexual. That's just me. But anyways, yeah, I just feel like people need to allow people to be honest and be truthful. And however you take it is how you take it. If you don't want to deal with a man who tells you that, I dabbled in the man pond before, then that's fine. But I don't think that, this is just me. I think that, I'm trying to find the right word. I don't think it's fair. I'll just say it's fair. I don't think it's fair to automatically label these men who probably participated in homosexual activities once, maybe twice, as gay. They probably wanted to try, they were probably bi-curious. And if you want to go ahead and be honest with it, I think it's more niggas. I think it's more men out there that, it's more men out there who gay, or bi-curious or bisexual than they want to admit it, okay? It's a lot of niggas out there right now who, bitch, watch football looking at ass just like I'm looking at ass. You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna say it. It's a lot of niggas who be in a dressing room looking at nigga asses and dicks and stomachs and chests and all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they ain't gonna say it for whatever, for if it's either, whether it's for, you know, religious reasons or, you know, whatever the case may be. But I think it's more people out there. I think it's more men out there. But of course, we can start going to a deeper conversation of why these men don't feel comfortable expressing who they might really be or expressing something that they tried in the past. Because we all know what the outcome is, especially when it comes from people from, oh, child, let me shut up. Yeah, so I get where Tank is coming from. You know, I mean, but Tank, if you thinking of something, just email me, baby, because you grown and I'm grown. Oh shit, I forgot Tank was married. Shit. Well, if you're in an open relationship, then it don't count. It don't count. Tank, email me if you want to experiment and suck on some dick. Just email me, because I ain't got no problem taking my dick out and putting it in your mouth. At all. With your fine ass. Tank know he fine shit. Oh shit, my bad, my phone about to die. Tank know he fine shit. And Tank is a huge ally to the LGBT. Let me just say this before I go. I think that as gay people, especially as gay men, we really need to be careful about when we get an ally to the LGBTQ community, the community, especially a black man who identifies as straight, bitch, you better hold on to him, because there ain't a lot of niggas out there that's willing to perform at our parades, hire us as stylists, have our backs in conversations, and Tank is one of those people. Tank is an ally to the community. So before y'all get out there bashing Tank and sliding in Tank DMs, disrespecting him, if he come back and cuss your ass out, you deserve that cursing out. Leave that man alone. Tank ain't never said he identifies gay. He identifies as straight. He's married as a woman. I think he's trying to be open-minded enough to have the conversation as it pertains to sex and experimenting with sex, and that's just what I think it is. I honestly don't think Tank is gay. I'm not saying it just to say it. I really don't think Tank is gay. I don't think there's probably has he probably sucked dick once or twice before? Now that's the question. That's the question. That's the question. Does he still suck dick now? No, probably not. But has he sucked dick before? I don't know. Is he talking about himself when he say a man can suck dick once or twice and still I don't know. I mean, I know he ain't sucked my dick, you know, so. And if he did, I damn sure wouldn't tell y'all asses. Anyway, I'm about to go. Bye, y'all.